So guys, in a previous video I showed you how the Elgato 4K 60 Pro wasn't the best for capturing from retro consoles using devices like the OSSC or the RetroTink 2X. So I decided that in order to solve this I needed to get a better device, so that's where the StarTech USB 3 HD video capture device 1080p comes in. So this is a really cool device. I'll just put it up here so you can see it. It can take component video, S video, and RGB video in through this DIN. It's got the DVI or VGA slot. Comes with a little converter for that, and HDMI input. So if you wanted to go from your OSSC or your RetroTink 2X or SCART or any other of the RetroTink line or other video scalers, you can. It does everything over USB 3, so there's no HDMI out, in and out. So if you're going to capture and play at the same time, then I suggest you use like a SCART splitter. That'll split your signal so you can display on a separate monitor. So we know from previously that the RetroTink 2X SCART is probably the best device to use for retro consoles. So we're going to try out the Sega Saturn that we looked at in the first video, but we're also going to try PlayStation 1, Sega CD and Dreamcast, and I'll also get out a Windows 98 PC, a retro PC build I have, and we'll boot that and see how the capture goes on that as well. Okay guys, same as before, we have the Sega Saturn hooked up to the HDMI splitter, to the RetroTink 2X SCART, but this time we're going to go to the StarTech. So let me just fire it up. So you can see instantly we're up and capturing with the StarTech card or USB capture device. Straight away it seems to be locking on really well. So I'm going to start recording. What we're going to do is we'll do the same as we did last time. I'm going to go down to Resident Evil. I'll put the audio up on the actual output from OBS as well. That's much better. Much better already. I'll turn off the light. So we're getting that delay between the capture and the actual output, but that's okay. That's to be expected from any capture device. You can see the StarTech has locked on straight away. We're not waiting like we were with the Elgato 4K 60 Pro. I'll shut up now and let it play through the intro movie.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Electric Geniuses. Wesker. Resident Evil.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
So okay, we've seen that it seems to be fairly good so far, the StarTech device, but what we're going to do is we're going to do the same power cycling routine we did with the other. We'll power it on the Sega Saturn 3 times and see how long it takes to display a picture. So, powering on now. That's excellent. We'll try again one more time.
Combo!
Okay, so let's try a slightly more challenging game as regards video input. Let's go with Die Hard Arcade. So pretty much instantaneous compared to the see if we can skip this. So it's in these cuts that it's usually problematic. No? It's pretty much... It's doing a better job of locking on than the monitor over there. the actual QHD monitor over there is just having a bit more trouble than this. That's insane. So it's actually playable. It's able to capture those transitions. Oh, nice. So I can actually explore the game and play it properly now. That's insane. So it's actually having an easier time interpreting the footage than the monitor. That's insane. Okay, so let's try another game. Something that might be a bit of fun. Go for Street Fighter 02.
Street Fighter 2. Round 1. Fight!
So I'm going to put on Shinobi and we can just have a good time watching Shinobi X and those god-awful cutscenes. So far with the Sega Saturn and devices that like to switch resolutions, I think this thing is awesome, this StarTech capture card. I just hope that it's on the market for a bit longer. As we kind of march towards 4K, a lot of these devices may start to disappear. So I better archive the drivers. As well, I'd imagine some of the drivers are less effective. Yeah, it's infinitely more playable.
Snake, your mission is to infiltrate, not to fight. Don't let the enemy see you. First, you've got to rescue the DARPA chief. Infiltrate the building in front. Look for some way to get in.
Hey, mister, tell me, where's the action in this town? I'm looking for a big bounty, and I only take the best jobs.
You might be in luck. A new poster just went up on the town's bounty board. A renegade magician turning some bad tricks. Got an uncommon big reward on him.
Great! Thanks for the tip!
Hey! Hey you! Help!
What was that? It sounded like...
Hey! Are you blind or something? Up in the tree, a dunderhead?
Huh? Oh! What in the world are you doing up there?
Well, there were all these monsters chasing me. There must have been 100 of them, and they had bulging eyes and huge teeth, and then they chased me up this tree, and then the spider dropped down. He almost killed me, but I cut his thread. I have a pocket knife, you know, and then, well, I don't think it's safe to come down.
Jet Set Radio!
So the retro PC we're going to use to test out the capture on is this beauty here. It's my Pentium 3 slot 1 machine with 2 Voodoo 2s in SLI and a GeForce 2 GTS Deluxe card. So the mainboard is an MS6119BX2 mainboard with 384 megabytes of PC100 RAM. And the processor is a Pentium 3 700 megahertz. And we've got a Sound Blaster Live audio card. Because I've kind of redone all my retro systems, I've actually put these crucial BX500 2.5 inch SSDs, 120 gigabyte, into all my retro machines. 120 gigabyte is kind of the sweet spot, and you can get these really cheap on Amazon at the moment. And we're using a little StarTech. Again, StarTech, a featured brand, I swear. No, they're not paying me or anything, but we're using a StarTech SATA to IDE converter there as well. So I've gone ahead and recorded the actual boot up process because this is pretty impressive. There's not many capture cards that can do this. You may also notice a pattern in the screen at times, and that's down to me needing to do some work on my GeForce cards, and that'll be actually in an upcoming video.
Why do you pursue me to this deserted place?
To benefit from your wisdom.
Even blurred vision is valued by the blind. If I were clever, would I cower in this slag heap? I'm not wise, girl. I've just grown old.
I wish to get very small, no bigger than a mouse. Do you know how I might do that?
Only that? Oh, yes. I could manage that. For a price.
I have nothing of value.
You have nerve and your health. Mine are nearly gone. I've seen too much suffering, and I smoke too much, you see.
What must I do?
I'm tired of traveling, or fighting superstition and its many manifestations. Even though it was me who chose to debunk folklore and mysticism. Little did I know I'd end up being labeled as Patrick Galloway, the man with endless occult knowledge.
I can't help but think it's more than a coincidence that strange happenings have increased since I've been back from the war. I want to get to the bottom of this, but I'm just too weak to investigate it myself. I'm relying on you to step in for me.
Of course, Jeremiah. The only reason I was coming back here is to assist you however I can.
My thanks to you, Patrick.
What the hell is that?
Sounds like it came from downstairs. Those beasts were after me.
What in God's name were those things?
They're called howlers. And while I've never seen one before tonight, I've heard of them for years.
Those weren't natural, my friend. We're fighting more than superstitions here.
So all in all, I think the StarTech capture, USB capture device is probably the best capture device I've seen for capturing video from retro consoles. You can see that, the response time was great. It was up and capturing videos straight away. So I can recommend the StarTech HD capture device, the USB 3.0. It's not cheap, coming in at around €200. Available from eBay, Amazon, and probably other places. I got this one from elara.ie, a site here and shop in Ireland. I'm glad I got it. I think devices like this are going to be harder to get in the future. As we roll on towards 4K, these 1080p devices that have legacy support are kind of going to disappear off the market. So now's the time to get one, I think. So hopefully that helps someone out there that's looking to capture some video from retro consoles or from the OSSC or the RetroTink 2X. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll chat to you all again.